am going to be doing a very juicy Q&A. I have asked you guys on my Twitter and on my Instagram for some questions that I am going to answer, and I feel like there's so many questions that I get asked that I just don't answer because I'm just like, should I answer that or should I just wait until I do a video like this and address it all? So basically all of your questions that you've wanted to know the answers to, this is the video. I'm not making this video in the means of causing any trouble or anything like that. I'm literally just answering your questions as I thought it would be fun, and I did a juicy Q&A. Actually, oh my gosh, was it a year ago? No, it can't have been a year ago. I think it was like earlier on this year, about 7 or 8 months ago, I did a juicy Q&A and you loved it. Like, you just loved finding out a bit more about me. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So if you do want to be involved in the next one, make sure to go follow my Instagram or Twitter. They're right here. Other than that, I really hope you guys enjoy it, and let's just get started. The first question comes from Twitter, and this is jumping straight in with the deep end. And it says, how much is your monthly income? Now this is a question that I've been asked before. A lot of YouTubers get asked this question and I will not answer it. I just simply won't. But I will say that it's enough for me to live on at my age, and I am able to help my family out, I'm able to treat people, and I'm able to live comfortably with my own money. So that's my answer to that question. It's enough for me and I'm extremely happy with it. I will never say a figure. Some other YouTubers might, I don't know, but for me, that's my answer to that one. I'm sorry if you thought you were going to get an exact figure and you were like, oh my god, I know how much you earn now. You're just not going to get that from me. But that's my answer to that question. Are you happy being single, or do you hope to have a boyfriend sometime in the near future? This is a really hard question because I am the type of person that, yes, I really want a boyfriend, but at the same time I really don't. I have never actually had a proper boyfriend, so I would really like to experience that sometime soon. And sometimes I do feel quite lonely in the aspect of everybody else has a boyfriend and I don't, and it's like, I would like to have that person there because I feel like it's a different type of feeling from having a boyfriend to your friends. You can talk to them on a different level and everything's just different. So I do miss having that type of thing. Probably shouldn't say thing, but you guys know what I mean, in my life. At the same time, I love being single because you get to have fun, and that sounds so bad, but you can just have more fun being single and you're free to do whatever you want. I'm very independent. Actually, I'm really independent, so having a boyfriend would, I wouldn't hold me back, that's the wrong thing to say, but like, I'm just really independent, so I would struggle. So yeah, there's like the two aspects to it. So yeah, I would like to have a boyfriend, like if the right person comes along. At the moment, just the right person hasn't come along for me, but you never know, they could appear in my life tomorrow, they already could be in my life and I just don't know about it. But yeah, at the moment, maybe, I'm not really sure. The next question I feel like you guys are going to be very intrigued in, and this is probably the question you're all here for, and it's, are you and Morgan still friends, or what happened with you and Morgz? There is quite a story that could go with this, I guess, but I'm just going to kind of put it very bluntly, put it very straight, and just explain what happened. I knew who Morgan was before I went to Summer in the City this year. I'd seen a few of his videos, I thought they were really good, so I knew who he was already. And then on the party, Studio 71 do this huge party on the Saturday night, so there's 2 days and they do it on the first day of night. Oh my god, did that make sense? Everybody was at this party, we were all dancing, and then I met Morgan at this party. We were all kind of just like dancing together because like, people were leaving and people were coming, so we were just kind of like forming our own groups and stuff. I was with Saf the whole night, but yeah, I met Morgan there. He was really nice, and then we just kind of clicked. Like, we had a lot in common. We became really good friends that night, and me, Saf, Spencer, we all spent some like time together and stuff. It was really nice. And then obviously we had Summer in the City the next day, which was also really nice. I met loads of you guys. Then on that night we went out for food. Again, that was really nice. I feel like I'm just saying everything's really nice, but at this point it was good. We went out for dinner and then we stayed in a hotel that night as we were talking for so long, and my last train had gone. My last train goes at something like, oh my god, I think it's like 9:30, and we were just talking for so long that I couldn't get a train home anymore. So he said, okay, well, we'll just stay in London. So we just stayed in London, talked more, we just got to know each other, which was, again, really nice. He was going on holiday. I can't remember where he was going. I think it might have been Cyprus, but it might not have been. been like the week after, so we wanted to see each other again before he went. So we spent the weekend in London, which I vlogged and he vlogged. You guys probably would have seen those vlogs because they done really well, because I guess everybody was just very intrigued. So we spent the weekend in London, and then this is where the confusion starts, because a lot of people were like, oh my god, they're sharing a bed, oh my god, like Morgan's saying they're girlfriend and boyfriend, like what is going on? I never stated on my channel that we were together. I never said in my vlogs that we were together. That was all Morgan, and I'm not like slating him because he's a nice person and we got along well, but obviously you guys know he's kind of known as the clickbait king, or whatever you want to name him. So yes, it was clickbait. I was never his girlfriend, he was never my boyfriend. We had that discussion as to whether it was going to become a thing, whether it was real, and we got along really well. And obviously in the thumbnail of his first vlog, I think it was called like dating a YouTuber or something like that, we kissed. Yes, you saw that we had kissed. So yeah, we did kiss, but nothing ever came of it. We were never official, we were never boyfriend and girlfriend. That is basically it. We were always just friends. We kind of cut things off after that weekend because I didn't want to clickbait. I wasn't happy with saying that I was going out with somebody if I wasn't, because that's just not who I am. I will be very honest with you guys, and I don't want to fake it. Yeah, clickbait, views, great, whatever, I'm not bothered about that. It really doesn't faze me. I do YouTube because I have fun making videos, but I don't feel the need to clickbait. So that's where we kind of split, because we had very different views on it, and I didn't want to continue being known as Morgan's girlfriend and everything that came with that. So we kind of just cut it off. We didn't see each other after that. Until we went to upload. Me and Saf went to the upload party, which was really fun. Again, we had a really good night with everybody. We went to London for it, and I saw Morgan again that night. That was the first time I'd seen him since we kind of like split everything off. I don't think we put it anywhere that we'd seen each other, but like it was only like socially in a group. We just said hi and stuff. It was kind of like, yeah, we'd like had an argument and stuff, so it was just kind of like a hi and bye type of thing. Yeah, like we're just not really that good friends. And then it ended on this was an accident. I get that it was an accident, but it still annoyed me so much. He accidentally leaked my phone number on his Snapchat, and I got loads of calls and texts. They were like, oh my god, like, are you Morgan's girlfriend? Like, you're up. And I was like, what, how have you got my number? And then somebody texted me, they were like, oh my god, Morgan's leaked your number. I was like, back up the truck, and he leaked my phone number. So that was great, like that was so good, but luckily barely anybody saw it. So yeah, that's the situation, that's how it ended. That's pretty much it. Next question is, what's the funniest thing you've done when you're drunk? Well, I would be lying if I've said I've never drunk, but I am allowed to drink in moderation, as my mum does allow me to have a little bit. I've never been absolutely gone to the point I don't remember it. I'd never do that, but I have been kind of like tipsy, kind of happy. I don't really know like the most funny or embarrassing thing I've done, to be honest. There's quite a few stories, but they'll never make it to YouTube. I don't really know, just kind of like funny things with my friends. If I think of something, then I'll tell you guys. What's the worst YouTube drama you have ever had? Back in the day I had quite a lot, but like it was just kind of irrelevant, so I don't really remember it. But probably just this whole like Morgan thing, like loads of people got involved, like people started making videos, and then obviously it had the whole like, I don't know if you saw it, but Kami made a video. It was called like, this video will make you hate Morgz, and obviously like I was on FaceTime and stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That was probably like the worst drama I've ever had. How did you meet Saffron? This is a bit more of like a cheery up question. Basically I've known Saffron ever since she started YouTube. I was already a YouTuber, and I commented on one of her first videos, actually I think it was her first video, saying like, hey, like I love this video, like we should totally like talk or something like that. So we DM'd each other on Instagram, and then got each other's numbers, and then she came to my house in April, but we had this conversation in November. So it took like 6 months, but then we finally met each other, and yeah, that's how we met. What's the best, juiciest thing that has happened at a YouTube party you've been to? Quite a lot, but like without naming what one it was. Basically, we had an apartment, there was a few of us, and somebody ended up getting a bit angry because we didn't exactly want them, because they were very drunk, we weren't, and we were just like, please, like we don't really want to have an after party, we don't really want you here right now. I don't want to name who it was, But yeah, we just had a bit of an argument. That didn't end very well and we didn't get very much sleep that night. So yeah, 2 hours of sleep and YouTube drama. I love it. Ever had a crush on another YouTuber? 100% I have. I'm not going to lie about it. Don't know if I'd ever go as far as to say, oh my god, yeah, I had a crush on this person. But there's quite a few people in the whole YouTube industry that I think is very good looking. Majority of them around my age. There is other people who I do think is good looking, but yeah, there's quite a few people who I fancy. Most embarrassing moment in school, oh my gosh, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this story, but basically when I was in year 4, I still remember it, I had a teacher called, oh my gosh, what was her name? It wasn't Miss King, it was Miss something, I don't know, I don't remember her name, but I felt so ill. The whole day I knew I didn't feel right, I knew I was going to be sick. I kept saying like, please, I need to go home, I need to go home. They were like, no, you're fine. I'm thinking, you think I'm fine? I know I'm not fine. And then it got to last lesson, all lunch, I remember I was in absolute agony, and then it got to last lesson and I puked all over the table in front of my whole year 4 class. It was so embarrassing. I went home and then when I went to school when I was better, I was told that they put like this sawdust on it to like, I don't know what that does, but they put sawdust on it. My teacher sat in it. Like the teacher who wasn't in the room and watched me be sick, she sat on the table in sawdust and in my sick, so that's fun. What is going on between you and Doyle? Now I get quite a lot of questions like this and I'm not really sure why because I have addressed it before, but basically Doyle is one of my best friends. He's always in a lot of my vlogs and I feel like that's where you guys get these questions from, but me and Doyle are just best friends. I know we did a few live streams together like back in like February, March, where they could have been seen as a bit more than friends, but no, we're literally just friends. We see each other every week, but that's just because we're like school friends, and yeah, he's basically just one of my best friends. Have you ever questioned yourself about quitting YouTube? I wouldn't say I've ever thought about quitting, no, because I love YouTube, but there has been times where it has just gotten so much with things that I wouldn't say, just people's opinions changing on me just because I'm a YouTuber and people really close to me. So there has been times where I was like, wow, like, am I doing the right thing? But then I love doing YouTube, so it's really hard, but no, it's never really thought to myself, am I ever going to quit? That's never come into my mind. Snark, marry, avoid Morgan, Carmi and Spencer. Well, like, no offence, but like the 100% avoid would be Morgan. I would probably marry Spencer and snog Carmi. Who's your crush? Oh my gosh, that's a really personal question. I do have a crush. Not that I would ever name who that boy is because, yeah, I don't know whether they're going to end up watching this video or I have spoken to them, but yeah, never would I name who it is. Have you ever snuck out the house to see a boy? This is so bad and do not follow my footsteps here because you really shouldn't, but yes, I have snuck out the house to see a boy. I didn't sneak out in the fact that I like completely snuck out and mum thought I was upstairs when I wasn't. I just told her a little white lie about where I was going, but then when I got back I did tell her like that I'd gone to see a boy and she was fine. She was like, you should have just told me, and I was like, yeah, but like you just have to do that one thing what you can remember the rest of your life and then tell the story like, oh my god, I stuck out to see a boy. Yeah, it really wasn't like, whoa, but yeah, I have. Have you ever met any YouTubers that act different in real life? 100%. I have been to a fair few of YouTube events, as you guys would know, and I would 100% say I've been disappointed with 70 or 80% of the YouTubers that I've seen. There's a handful of them that I would like, wow, you're exactly the same on camera, like you're amazing, but then there's a lot of people that are just so different, and I don't think it's necessarily because the numbers have gone to their head. I just feel like they lost heart in it and they just do it because they have to. I feel like the whole kind of YouTube spirit with them has gone, and I wouldn't name who it is because that's not fair, because you know, they still make videos and everything, but there's just a few people that it was really sad for me to see because I'm quite quiet in real life until you get to know me, and I find it hard to go up to people who have more subscribers than me or who are very big, just purely for the fact I feel like it's very like, would you want to talk to me? I don't know, like, do we have anything to talk about? And it shouldn't be like that at all, but that's how I feel. So like, it just would have been nice if at all these different events that I've been to, if some YouTubers would have come up and made an effort with everybody. I know I could have done the same, so hands down I understand, but yeah, I don't know, it's a hard situation. You're the girl who used to do Moshi Monster videos. You know what, I was, and I'm not even going to be ashamed of where I come from. I said I'd never talk about it, but what does it matter? Yeah, I used to do Moshi Monster videos. I started them when I was 10, quit them when I was 13, 14, and then done for Princess. So I've been on YouTube for a solid 7 years, and yes, I did used to make Moshi Monster videos. If you had to pick any YouTuber to go out with, who would it be? That's a really hard question, because as bad as it sounds, I fancy a lot of YouTubers. I couldn't pick one. There's like a group of people, and like there's like girls and boys in the group, but there's quite a few of the boys that I really fancy, and that's as far as I'm going with that one. Have you ever been out to a party and bring a friend home with you? Yes, never a boy. But yes, a lot of my girls who go out to a party and they're like, should we start a sleepover? And they end up like just sleeping around my house. But yeah, I have. What do you look for in a boy and what turns you off? So I just look for somebody that has a really good sense of humour. I love cracking jokes. I like to think my banter's pretty good. Like, I have my friends in stitches sometimes and they know I'm really funny, they just don't want to admit it. Yeah, just somebody who's just really funny, who has big dreams and big goals in life and does stuff with their life. Somebody that's very like active, not necessarily active in like going out for a jog every day, but like they just don't lay in bed all day basically. Who was your first kiss? So my first kiss was a boy called Jack, and it was in year 1 or 2. I want to say it was in year 1 or 2, maybe it was in year 3 or 4. It was when I was very, very young, but yeah. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would be your dream job? Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you guys have ever like heard me talk about this, but I've always wanted to be a spy or work with GCHQ or MI5. Anything to do with that and keeping the country safe, I've always wanted to do. That is what I would have loved to have done if I wasn't a YouTuber. I just find it so interesting. It's one of my favourite things, and if I have any spare time, I'm 24/7 watching documentaries about it. What don't you like about YouTube? I wouldn't say there's nothing I really despise about YouTube. I guess I just hate the fact that there's still a little bit of a hierarchy when there definitely shouldn't be. I feel like there's very much a hierarchy still with the numbers, and like everybody has their set groups, and I wish there wasn't set groups, and I wish we could all become just one big community, because obviously we still are, but like I just feel like it would be better if everybody made more of an effort with everybody, and not necessarily saying like go and collab with all the bigger YouTubers out there, but just, I don't know, I just wish we all talked to each other more. And that was the last question I'm going to be answering, because this is now over 20 minutes of footage. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a juicy Q&A, finding out a bit more about me. If you did, remember to give it a huge thumbs up. If you do want to be involved in the next one, follow my Instagram or Twitter, and that's where I ask for questions. But yeah, I love you all so much, and I will see you next week at either on Wednesday at 6 PM or Sunday at 10 AM for a brand new video. Bye!